Hello and welcome to FinextraTV. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here at Sibos 2019 in London. Kindly joining me now in the studio is Adrian Poole, Head of Financial Services for UK and Ireland at Google Cloud. Hello Adrian, it's lovely to see you again. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks Hannah, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Now the first thing I want to talk to you about, and it's been a really big discussion in a lot of the sessions at Sibos this year, is the place of artificial intelligence and machine learning and sort of our relationship with it. So can you start off by telling us, what have you been hearing about the floor?
I think it was a really interesting session with the CEO of Lloyds Bank, Antonio Horta Osaria, and what he was talking about, his view from the top, was really how he wants to focus on the people within Lloyds Bank and really wants to use machines to do the ordinary and for his people to do the extraordinary. And I think that's a very good way of expressing that. I think the similar way we think about machine learning is really to support and enable our teams, our clients, and ultimately provide better services to our customers.
All right, so there's also been a lot of discussion about cloud and tackling financial crime. People have been asking the question, why can't we use cloud to tackle this problem? Can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
So there was a panel discussion earlier this week talking about financial crime and a vote of all those attending, and it was standing room only in the session. And actually what the results were actually have changed over time. So in previous years, I think the answers have been, we're concerned about regulation. This time, the answers were not about regulation, and in fact suggesting that actually whilst we need to follow the regulation and clients need to follow their due diligence, actually the next biggest issue around using this is actually data quality. But actually we're working with some of our partners, Contexa in particular, who are really finding new ways of tackling financial crime. And I think the elephant in the room has always been that actually there are thousands of alerts created by the more traditional systems. And something like 99, 98% of those are all false positives. And we're just not tackling the issue well. And what Contexa are able to do with their entity analytics, using our services and AI and ML, is really start, reducing the number of alerts, but actually reducing the number of false positives they have and catching some of the criminals that actually the traditional systems aren't spotting.
All right, and of course I want to talk to you a little bit about open banking. We spoke to you last time a bit about this. But looking ahead, what are some of the solutions we're seeing off the back of open banking, and what sort of the next step and what opportunities will we see in the few years to come?
So I think this is all really talking about the API economy and how actually with APIs, you can create new business models, new ways of working very quickly. And I think the opportunities are really there. We're in an age of assistance. People are using search to do everything. And actually, they're also expecting things, particularly millennials, expect our financial institutions to understand them a little bit more and provide more personalized services. And actually, if we think about any financial transaction that is a consumer transaction, we're not going out specifically looking for a mortgage. We really want to buy a home. And so actually, how do institutions become more intuitive and actually ease that process to really think about the outcome that we're looking for?
And finally, I want to talk to you about quite an exciting story that was released at this year's Sibos to do with you and Atom Bank. Can you tell us what was revealed?
Yes. So Atom Bank have announced that they've been moving to Google Cloud. And this has been happening over the last couple of years. And really, the start point for them was they'd become the fastest growing mortgage book in the UK and had a traditional outsource relationship. And they just weren't able to respond to market demands and grow and release new product as quickly as they wanted to. So they assessed the market of cloud providers, chose Google Cloud, firstly because they felt it offered the most secure environment they could find. Secondly, it was very clear, very agile, the developers loved using the platform. And thirdly, I think what they found was that we were there helping them solve the business problems, not just trying to force them to move to cloud. And it was that solving of the business problems and being there as a partner that made the difference for the Atom Bank execs to move to Google.
Sounds like a really positive partnership. Adrian, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Hannah.